What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Chefscott, back in the kitchen, cooking up some builds, and today we've got a very caliente build for you. This is going to be a Titan 3.0 solar build, and it is unbelievably strong. It's got the whole package. It's got buffed abilities, it's got buffed weapon damage, it's got one of the strongest supers damage-wise in the game right now, and overall, it is quite the little package. Let's get into it and take a look. Alright, so like I said, we're going to be using that Solar 3.0 because it's extremely spicy right now. And we'll take a look. We're going to be using the Burning Maul as our super. You can do R1 to spin the maul in a circle around you, damaging nearby targets. If you hit that target 10 times with that attack, then it spawns the tornado on them. Or you can also do the heavy attack, which will send a tracking tornado. Against bigger, tankier objects, you really want to be using that light attack. It just adds up so much damage once the tornado's on them. You can just see this health bar just get deleted. Really, really strong overall. As far as the rest of your abilities, I like the throwing hammer because it gives you the ability to have the throwing hammer, which you can pick up, or we'll also have the other aspect we'll get into here in a second. Grenade-wise, Thermite Grenade is still one of the best grenades in the game for ad clear. It adds Scorch and can apply enough Scorch to ignite too. Our aspects, we're going to have Roaring Flames. Final blows with solar abilities or ignites increase the damage of your solar abilities, stacking 3 times. That's 20% increase to your abilities per stack. We also have Consecration. While sliding, activate your charged melee ability to launch a wave of solar energy and jump into the air. While in Airborne, activate your charged melee again to slam to the ground and create a second wave, which does 3 waves across. Anybody that's already scorched will ignite. This does mad damage to groups. It does extremely great to bosses. Overall, it just is an extremely, extremely strong aspect. I think it's one of the best new abilities they've put into the game. Let's go over fragments. So we're going to have Ember of Blistering. Defeating targets with solar ignites grants grenade energy. That's going to be super helpful. We're also going to have Ember of Searing. Defeating scorched targets grants melee energy. You can kind of see where this is going. And Ember of Eruption. Your solar ignitions have increased area of effect. So the whole goal of these aspects and fragments is that we're going to have supercharged abilities and weapon damage, and they're going to recharge extremely fast. Now for weapons, I'm really liking the Austringer, mostly because of the origin trait 2XS. Final blows with this weapon while your super is full grants bonus to strength and discipline for a moderate duration. This is extremely helpful to keep your abilities up. You can see here, once my grenade is down, you've got 2XS working. And as I start to also take advantage of my fragments, you can see, boom, my grenade recharge rate went down to about 10 seconds there. Extremely fast, really great origin trait. Keep an eye out for that. Now, Prometheus Lens is my exotic weapon of choice. It is nuts with Solar 3.0. Now that it adds Scorch to the target, very easy to get them to ignite from that. And then it's also got the Flame Refraction, so kills refresh the ammo from your reserves. And then if you've got that catalyst, then you've also got more stability, more handling. Does a really nice job. You can kind of just spray and play and just kill mobs. It just does a really nice job. And you never have to reload, which is really, really nice. With the changes to the trace rifles this season and last, they are extremely strong. Now for heavy, I really like in the adaptive frame. I have this Avalanche. It's got Subsistence Vorpal. There's tons of rolls on it. Just check your vault to see what you have. But with the again, the bump to grenade machine launchers, they are extremely strong right now. Alright, so let's take a look at stat distribution here. So with the changes this season, 100 resilience is extremely beneficial. You get that 40% damage reduction. Paired with the damage resist mods, you can get that up to 65%. You can see here from the clip here, I can be getting hit by wraiths while I'm focused on other things, and I'm taking minimal damage where normally you would probably have burned out by now. It just makes it so you're extremely tanky, and then when you're in your super, you almost take 0 damage. You're like a god. It's incredibly strong. The rest of the stats I just kind of leveled out. I'm in tier 6 on everything except for mobility, but I am a Titan, so mobility is not really that beneficial. Now for mods, we're going to have the Unquenchable Thirst. This is going to increase the buff of the 2 Excess Origin trait, and we are bringing Warmind cells back, guys. Rage of the Warmind adds an additional solar damage to the explosion, and then we'll have Trace Rifle Ammo Finder so we can keep that Prometheus lens up as much as possible. For the arms, I'm going to have Global Reach, extends that reach of all the global cells, and then you still have room for champion mods if you need them. If not, just throw on some grenade mods and you're in good shape. For the chest, I've got 2 of the Armor of Dying Star. That's going to be Solar and Void resistance, and then we're going to have Wrath of Rasputin, Solar Splash damage. Final Blows can create a Warmind cell. That's how you're going to be making all of your Warmind cells. On the legs, we're going to have the Path of the Burning Steps as our exotic piece. Solar Final Blows periodically grant you an escalating bonus to weapon damage. That is an extremely strong perk. Everything that you're doing is going to be solar, so it's going to be great. And we're going to have Burning Cells, which applies a burst of solar damage and lights them on fire. That applies Scorch, pretty high stack, so the ignitions are easy to get. And then Fire Team Medic, destroying that Warmind cell creates a burst of healing for you and your allies. And then I've got Double Bomber on my class item as well. Just keeping our abilities up because they are extremely strong. And all of the little adds just get melted away with our solar. Well, let's take this into the field and we'll kind of go over a couple more really fun details with it. So in the new seasonal activity, the Wraith does extremely strong damage, but you can see here it also makes a ton of Warmind cells, so you're always going to have Warmind cells up on the ground, so you'll have that ability to do some even additional damage. The Wraith can also detonate those Warmind cells, so if you're working on a bigger tankier guy, get a Warmind cell right in front of you, keep working on the add, and the Warmind cell will erupt and again add to your damage output, which is extremely strong. You'll see me using my abilities anytime I have them. They just come back so fast with the fragments we have. Igniting and scorching targets is extremely easy, so you'll always have those on the field. Again, there you can see how I hit that Warmind cell. All of the adds around the field all get Scorch and have a pretty heavy amount added to them. So again, very easy to keep your abilities up. You can see from all this gameplay, as things get ignited and you start defeating targets, your abilities come back so fast. That Burning Maul just does so much damage. I mean, it is the strongest super in the game right now. So overall, good job on Bungie for really putting that through. And then don't sleep on that Prometheus lens. It does work not only to red bars and the yellow bars, but it does great against bosses as well. Just overall, it's just such a fun build. Get out there, try this build. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Good hunting, Guardians.